"I'm scared," my wife said. I looked up from carving my pumpkin, that's her there in the photo, and said, "Why don't you take that sheet off your head and turn the light on?" "It's not that," she said. "It's the new contractor. He's disappeared." She was right. The contractor we had just hired to finish the botched remodel we'd begun 5 years before, he had gone missing. Fortunately, he turned up and we just had a misunderstanding. He didn't vanish. He was just spending a couple of days in his shop fabricating some parts for our job. But even so, there's room for fear in our house. Maybe more than ever. Boo. See, last October, my letter from this old house was about the midnight collapse of the ceiling in our TV room and my belief that the place had to be cursed or haunted or something. Many readers wrote back counseling me to understand that all old houses have a history. A law enforcement officer sent me the phone number of the real-life ghost whisperer and said that she could remove the black spirits that cling to people. Another suggested blessing the house with spring water, salt, and incense. But it was one letter in particular that really unnerved me. The writer described my fireplace mantel in eerie detail. He asked if I still had a certain stained glass window in an interior room. It was as if he had been in my house. And it turns out he had been. Rich, his name was Rich, used to live in my place a couple of owners prior, recognized it from some of the photos we've run, and wrote in. It was nice to hear from him, except for what he told me next. Back in the 1800s, he said, a man had 3 identical houses built in a row. One at lot 1015 for one daughter, one at lot 1017 for another daughter, and his own, now my own, at 1019. Legend has it that after they settled in, he wrote, a young girl in 1017 died under what he called less than normal circumstances. Her spirit, he said, confused by the identical houses, moves back and forth between the 3 to this day, haunting the living. And then he mentioned the ancient woman, a descendant of the builder who lived her whole life next door, and how on dark, moonless nights, she'd beckon him in. He'd enter the creaking double doors and pass down the dark hallway where, in the flickering light, the frail woman would ask him to help her rehang a painting that had come crashing to the floor, or to stand up a piece of furniture that mysteriously toppled over, or to have a piece of homemade cake and a cup of coffee. What? Yep, that's when the light went on for me. The lonely old woman, Mary her name was, she'd spend an hour telling him stories of the old neighborhood. The only ghosts haunting Mary's house were the ghosts of her past, brought on by loneliness and wanting to share memories. In the late autumn of her life, she was just looking for a little companionship. Nothing more than that. Nothing more than any of us would want, really. I mean, ghosts. No such thing, right? So that's the letter from this old house for October. But that's not all. In the October issue of the magazine, we're giving away over $30,000 worth of prizes in the Great TOH giveaway. Pick up a copy of the October This Old House and check it out. We've got a clawfoot tub from Kohler, a fireplace from Heat and Glow, a furnace from Train, and a French door refrigerator from KitchenAid, and lots of other products. So pick up a copy of This Old House magazine and check it out, or just go to thisoldhouse.com/win.